Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mooses and Gooses' first playing Sonic 1, playing Sonic 1. So let's get this bad boy revved up. And by bad boy, I mean the authentic Genesis, because that's the end of that sentence. Oh, yes, this is the first video game that I ever played. I don't like how I said that sentence. Forget I said that. I'm not going to start over. I'm too far in. Yes. I know you'll be pretty amazed by if you, I messed it up just then, but if you jump halfway through that loop, you can go really fast, and when you go to the bottom of that S-shaped thing, you can, the screen can't scroll fast enough, and you'll die. It's a fun fact there. If you want to, if you're playing Sonic 1, if you're playing Green Hill Zone Act 1, and you want to kill yourself. I mean, in the game, obviously you'll want to kill yourself because the game sucks, because this game certainly does not suck. I mean, some people are a little hard on this game, but just because there's no spin dash, it's primitive. Oh, there's too much platforming in my platform game. Boo! We all know it's a skill issue. You don't pretend like you don't know, because you know. I'm not going to go for all of the emeralds just because we do not strive for excellence here on Mooses and Gooses. And one fun thing about the Sonic 1 special stages is that for the first special stage, the trick to get to the end of the first special stage is you don't touch anything. And it'll take you. You won't be able to beat the stage, but it'll take you to right where the emerald is if you don't touch anything. And that's how I like my games. I don't like to play video games. The best game in the world should basically just be a movie that I'm watching while holding a controller. That's really how it should be. Oh, that's just my opinion, but life has shown me that I am correct about everything always. But you gotta stay humble. There's the first boss. Toughest thing I've ever done in my life. Can't believe it. 57 seconds. Jesus, didn't realize I suck so bad. Gee, good lord. I've noticed that. Whatever. Okay, I'm actually going to finish that thought. Something I've noticed is that when you record yourself playing a video game, or you're live streaming, or anything, or even if somebody's just watching you play a video game, you just suck. I see those, what's that, SGDQ, those speedrunners, got that big crowd of the neckbeard losers behind them. How do they still manage to speedrun a video game with all those people watching? I'd be nervous. But I guess that's why I'm not a pro gamer. Marble Zone here. A lot of people, this is where they lose interest in Sonic 1 because they gotta, actually play a video game instead of just hold right to win, like people assume Sonic games are, but in reality, that is not the case. And they just suck. Not everybody sucks. I don't like the phrase people suck. I hate people. It's but you're people. You hate yourself? A lot of people hate themselves. Sad. I don't hate myself. I sometimes hate myself. No, I don't. Gotta have positive self-image. I'm amazingly attractive and wonderful at video games. I like the shield effect in Sonic 1 more than Sonic 2. In Sonic 2, it's very aggressive. Sonic 1 is a bit more subtle. And that's been Alex's critique of the shields from the first two Genesis Sonic games. Tune in next week for Alex's analysis on the different shades of paint that he... I give up on that sentence, I'm sorry. Marble Zone, Act 2. Not to be confused with Marble Garden from Sonic 3. Unbelievable that they completely ran out of creativity only a few games in. Sad. It's really unfair to other video games that that Sonic exists because they're just not as the music's not as good, is what I should say. You know. Oh my god, I spun into that guy and it hit me anyway. It's a broken game. It's a broken game. This game sucks. Who am I kidding? Sonic games suck. We all know that. Sonic was never good. See, this is the first game I ever played, and that's where the troubles began. It all began when I was born. Doctor took one look at me and said, "I don't know which one is the placenta and which one is the baby." And I'm not sure that he picked the right one. In my youth, I would always break all of these breakable blocks here, but, you know, ain't nobody got time for that. Am I hip? Ain't nobody got time for that? That's relevant still, isn't it? I'm hip. More like breaking my hips, because I'm so old. The wit on display here is unmatched throughout the universe. There's Marble Zone Act 2, done and dusted, to use a phrase like a complete jerk. Now, Marble Zone Act 3 is fun because there's a shortcut that lets you skip light for most of the level. And my favorite part of any game is being able to skip things. The worst day of my life is when I actually have to play something, as I've already established, I'm sure. Because video games suck. I hate video games. All my homies hate video games, am I right? I don't have any wings. Oh my god, I don't have any wings. Okay, now I got Phew! What kind of a complete pussy actually says phew? This guy, that's who. It's weird in Sonic 1, I was never able to figure out exactly why, but it seems like if you're like rubbing up against something, or I'm not sure exactly what causes it, Sonic jumps, but he doesn't curl up. He just continues whatever animation he had and jumps. So there you go, there's a shortcut and extra life. Put that in your back pocket and smoke it. Or whatever it is. Oh, I've completely run out of things to talk about. It's getting a little snowy out right now. Although I can't look out the window right now because I'm too busy playing this high-octane action video game. I don't have a moment of Rasputin, to turn my head 90 degrees to look out the window. For if I were to do so, would be instant death in this absolute harrowing video game. Okay, now I can. Oh no, it stopped snowing. I'm sorry, I lied to you. And it was just kind of a little, flurries? Is that the word? Not to be confused with McFlurries, the famous thing from Burger King. I'm just kidding, it's McDonald's. I knew it was... Oh. And there's the classic wit coming to play again. Here we got Spring Yard Zone. I like this stage. I like all the stages. I like everything. It's more fun to like things than to not like things. People who spend their life hating on things, you know, is that how you want your legacy to be? Not me. I want to be known as the weird guy who made videos on YouTube that nobody watched. But I watch them. I make videos for me. The worst business model of all time. Also, how am I absolutely crushing this act? Can you believe what you're seeing right now? Absolutely blow your testicles or ovaries, depending on the body parts that you currently possess. Unless you're a eunuch. Is that the right word, eunuch? Where you don't have anything, or like it was cut off or something? If you're a eunuch, then I guess you can just get off this video because I don't want you freaks watching. Oh, he said it. Oh my god. Cancelled immediately. Thank God nobody's watching this, or else this would be the most controversial video you've ever seen in your life. Sorry if you snowflakes can't handle this hardcore gameplay commentary. You libtards. 59 seconds on Spring Yard Zone Act 1. Beat that, posers. I could beat that. That was pretty slow, actually. That sucked. That sucked hard. Sucks harder than your mother. Because for some reason, every time she has a beverage, she sucks on it really aggressively. It kind of freaks me out. I'm not sure if she's coming on to me or if she just doesn't know the proper way to drink things. And unfortunately, there's no Flow Rider song to explain how. Just like that song where he explains how to whistle. Although I still can't whistle. And I blame Flow Rider for that. Every time I hear that song, all I can think is, instructions unclear. Killed myself. I like that song. I like Flow Rider. I like that all of his verses are completely nondescript. Who cares? But did I say choruses? I meant verses. Choruses are great. The apple bottom jeans and the boots with the jeans. And the whole club was looking at the fur coat. It's a classic. I might even say a certified hood classic. I'm not hip enough to say that, though. I've never been hip. Even when I was the age where hipness was a possibility, I was not hip. I'm perpetually uncool. But if everybody was cool, then nobody would be cool. Gotta have the losers in society to keep things running. Keep things in perspective, you know what I mean? Spring Yard Zone Act 3. What are all these slow-moving blocks doing in my high-speed action platformer game? This game must suck. Why do I keep saying this game sucks? I don't believe that. I think I'm just stretching for things to say. Can't have any downtime. Downtime is a fan film, is a Doctor Who fan film from 1995, I believe. You can find it on YouTube for free. It's not amazing, but it's alright. Features the characters, the returning actors playing the characters of Victoria and Victoria's dad from Season 5 episode stories, The Abominable Snowmen, and The Web of Fia, as well as Sarah Jane Smith, and the Brigadier, and an early appearance, first appearance, I believe, maybe, I don't even think she was in any of the books or anything, of Kate Stewart, the Brigadier's daughter, who went on to be a major, somewhat major, character in the new series. And we all know Doctor Who and Sonic are very closely linked. And they had a lot of... Oh my god, I just died. Are you kidding me? In that Doctor Who and Sonic very closely linked, and that a lot of fans have crippling autism. Not that autism is bad. Autism is a superpower. Or so I tell myself. I'm not autistic. I'm allegedly autistic. But I'm not actually autistic. I just play one on TV. Now this boss is easy. Because you just have to hit him a couple times and he dies. You can say that about anybody, really. You ever seen that guy, what's that called? Like two guys and a hammer or something? Basically, that video is the equivalent of a Sonic boss. Just instead of a hammer, you curl up into a cute ball, and instead of a guy tied down to the ground, you're a fat man in a machine. Labyrinth Zone. A lot of people don't like this stage either because of once again a skill issue. Act 1 has a nice. Act 1 and Act 3 both have big shortcuts, so if you don't like the stage, you don't have to play much of it if you know if you know what you're doing. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know what they're doing. A lot of people who don't take the time out to really fully enjoy, or learn better way, You can't really judge something unless you're really like oh no, I can't do this shortcut because I got hit. I have to play this game? God dang it. Oh God. You're kidding me. Are you kidding me? How embarrassing. If I wasn't playing a video game right now, I'd kill myself. Luckily, my hands are occupied right now. Drowning. Imagine drowning. Puh, 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 puh. Couldn't be me. Bing bong, ba-da-da-doo. That was the wrong part of the song, but I sang it anyway. I believe in anarchy. I'm somewhat of an anarchist myself. Do, 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 do. I wish I could sing. Life would be better if I could sing. Although I do hate when people sing. Puh! Drowning. Not today. Not today, Satan, as a wine mom once said. See, the nice thing about Sonic games is you can just get smacked around the world, but if you have a ring, Sonic is actually a metaphor for S&M. See, you play these games long enough, and you really get the deeper meanings that these Japanese folk were trying to imbue in their art. It's actually been a while since I played this stage the long way around. Another way to crash this game is, I think it's at the end of this act, Labyrinth Zone Act 1. When you pass the goal at the end, if you hold down, the game will crash. If you get to the end of Labyrinth Zone Act 1 and you're like, I've had enough of this game, that's a fun way to do it. I think in newer versions they fixed that, but we play the OG around here. We don't, we game. We're called gamers. Maybe you've heard of us. Brr, it's chilly in here. Whew. That's just because turning on the heat really whacks up the energy bill, and times are tough. So I'd rather freeze to death and get polio than spend extra money. Did I say polio? I meant bone cancer. Do 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 do, bing 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 bong. Oh no, I'm gonna drown! Oh God, what am I gonna do? There we go. Whew. So, how about that local sports team? Oh no, I missed the jump. Oh no, I missed the jump again. I did it that time. In Sonic 1, I think Sonic's a bit of a lighter shade of blue. There you go. If that ever comes up in a trivia contest, you can throw that out there, and the ladies will just be like, Jesus Christ. Is it wet in here, or is it just my vagina leaking fluids? Now, the secret to jumping off that waterfall at the beginning of Labyrinth Zone Act 3 is to not press the directional buttons. You just press jump, and you can jump easier. Or that pro gamer skills. This comes from decades and decades of playing this game. Oh, the things I could have done instead of played these video games. Could have worked on my novel. We could have... I'm out. I don't know anything else. I remember when I was a youth, when I was a lad, I could never beat Labyrinth Zone. Until I eventually did when I was an older youth. I forget exactly what age, but it was a historic day. I remember it was in the morning, probably a weekend, and I was like, "Oh my God, I did it! Oh, nobody's ever been this good." I mean, I don't like what I just said. Forget that. You ever wish you could, you're in like a conversation or whatever, or you're stuck someplace talking to somebody that you don't want to talk to just because you don't have anything to say, and you say something stupid, and you wish you could just be like, "It's rewind time, guys," and erase what you just did. I wish I could do that. What if Will Smith can do that? Probably not, because he probably would have rewound that whole slapping incident. What if after he did that whole thing, during his acceptance speech at the Oscars, he just said, "It's rewind time, guys," and he busted out like a remote, and like the whole world rewound. But we still had the footage, or else we wouldn't have known he did that. Wouldn't that have been crazy? And that's Labyrinth Zone finished. Whew. That boss can be a little tricky. Luckily, I'm really good at this video game. Labyrinth Zone was originally going to be the second stage in the game, and if you go to the level select, you can see that the original order of the levels, but they said, "Wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't put the hardest level in the game as the second level. That might turn some people off." But the order of levels is still a little suspect, because after Labyrinth Zone, you get Starlight Zone, which is easy as tits. It's easier than Green Hill Zone. I mean, I could fall asleep on the controller, and I wake up and be like, "Oh, I beat the stage. How interesting." What good music this game has. Can you hear this music over my blabbering? If not, you should probably look it up, because it is excellent. And I don't mean that because it's. That's enough of that. I'm not even going to get that invincibility because I don't want to cut off this excellent music. I am literally shaking right now. And not just because I saw somebody say something mean online. I mean because it is freezing in this room. I am wrapped in a blanket right now. My goodness gracious. Oh, I feel it in my bones. I'm chilled to the bone. It's like I'm ice fishing, but I'm inside playing a video game. So nothing like ice fishing, except the fact that I assume if you're ice fishing, you're probably kind of cold. I hope your day is going great. And if it's not, there's nothing I can do about it, so you better fix that stuff yourself. Better get your life in order. Gotta clean your own room, or whatever that guy says. My room is very clean. My whole apartment's clean. I like being clean. I don't know if some people live with not being clean and organized. Organized is more important than clean. I don't know. I only vacuum like once a month. I should probably vacuum some more, but I love being organized. Because then I know where things are, and I can look around and be like, "Oh, it's so wonderful to be alive." Every day's a blessing. And I didn't even have to go to jail to think that. It's almost Christmas. You excited for the Christmas time? Me personally, I think Christmas is real neat. I look at Christmas and I say, that's a good holiday. That's a good holiday right there. Good job. See, we're almost at the end. We're almost at the boss of Starlight Zone. It's like, why is this a second to last stage? Maybe this was like a breather in between Labyrinth Zone and Scrap Rain Zone, because they were like, that last stage was too intense. They They're gonna need a break after that one. But there's no breaks around here. It is everyday, bro. It really, you know, we made fun of Jake back in the day, but it really is everyday, bro. Unfortunately, I was not blessed with the Disney Channel flow. I like this boss because it's seesaws, and seesaws are cool. I was never fully able to enjoy seesaws back in my youth because I had no friends. And also, what's the joy in a seesaw? Going up and down? Grow up. Next time you see a kid on a seesaw, you point at that kid and you shame them. Last stage, Scrap Brain Zone. Did you know this was originally going to be called Clockwork Zone? And in a beta for Sonic 1, the graphic for Clockwork Zone is in the game, but the W doesn't show up for some reason, so it's Clockwork Zone. Isn't that fascinating? Have you ever heard anything more interesting in your life? Now you see, a pleb gamer would be looking at this stage, quaking in their boots, but not a pro gamer like me. I don't play games, I master them. But you know, some people play games, some people, the games play them. And ain't that the truth, honey? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen, brother? I died. In real life. Just now I died. And if you're hearing this right now, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost! I'm a ghost! I'm a poltergeist. That's a fun name, isn't it? A fun word, I should say. Poltergeist. Except it kind of makes me think of a chicken. Like like the trauma, poltergeist. See, I thought I was making a joke, but it's a joke that's already been made by a movie. There's nothing original left in the world. There's nothing original left. If you're an artist out there, I don't know what's keeping away your suicide. Because there's nothing new in the world. I always liked this stage because in Act 1 you're outside, and then in Act 2 you're inside. It's like you're making progress. Oh my god, they thought of everything back then, didn't they? This is back when games were games. Not a gun in sight. Except the one that I have in my mouth at all times. I'm actually an excellent ventriloquist, much like the character Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I don't want that shield anyway. You can take that shield and shove it up your tuchus. Shove it up your booty hole. Shove it up your behind. You can take this job and stick it up your nose. I'm taking a hike, Jack, and I ain't coming back. Oh god, this game is too long. I'm so bored right now. I don't know what to say. I'm embarrassing myself. I can't release this. I can't. This is unusable. Oh god, I'm gonna be the laughingstock of of the. Oh no, I don't know anybody. God dang it! I can't be a laughingstock if I don't know anybody. Jesus. You see, a lot of this last act too, this is Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, which is just Labyrinth Zone Act 4, basically. There's a fun thing you could do where there's a skip at the beginning of this stage, and if you do this, the stage is like takes 2 seconds to beat. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's literally insane. It's absolutely bonkers. It's absolutely mental. Mentos, the fresh maker. I haven't had Mentos in a long time. I never used Mentos as like, just have like one for like a mint, I just, ate the whole pack in one work. So, oh my god, they're so good. Now we're at the last boss here. You don't get any rings, so, the pressure is really on for this. It's all or nothing on this last boss. If you get hit, you're going to the beginning. These games didn't hold your hand like kids nowadays. Like, oh, you having trouble? That's okay. We'll beat it for you. Nah, this, if you didn't beat it, the game said beat it in the sense that, get out of here, kid. You're not cool enough. Ugh. This boss is actually easy as anything. It's just boring, really. It's so easy, it's practically boring. Any one of these days, one of these hits will, there's a glitch or something. I've never actually done it, but like you can like hit him like again right after you beat him, and like the boss's like hit count resets to like 255 hits. So in other words, you can't beat it because there's a 10-minute time limit. Yep, I'm still doing this. Dee-doo-dee-doo-doo. Boom, 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 boom. Bing bong, bing bong. Bing bong, bing bong. That's a Chinese way to sing this song. That's racist. Pretty problematic of me. Is this over? Are you kidding? Oh, it's over. Thank the Lord. Good God. Now I could let Eggman go, but oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. End of the series. Yay, I won. Yay! And that is the end of Sonic 1 on the Sega Genesis from 1991. The game that birthed a million losers. Didn't get any emeralds because I's a player. And, let's see, closing thoughts. Let's see, green vegetables are overrated. Green candy is good enough. My mind is a blank. I have no thoughts at all. I'm exhausted after how boring this game was. Is it nap time already? Golly. Good golly gee willikers. So yeah, Mooses and Gooses Let's Plays. Will there be more? Perhaps. Maybe not, Here at Mooses and Gooses, we do things our own way. We don't, We just don't, Except when we do, of course. You know, during these credits, if you hold down the buttons, the because there's like they show some gameplay during the credits. If you hold down the buttons, the uh, Sonic can't jump during these things. I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'm losing my mind. It didn't earlier. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. In conclusion, I'm an idiot who doesn't know anything but anything. I hope you enjoyed me. That's the end of that sentence. This has been Sonic 1, Mooses and Gooses. Let's play, and this is the end. This is the end. This is the end of everything. Of everything you've ever known, this is the end. Goodbye. Like and subscribe, or else.